Okay, let's talk about one of our favorite segments, the Google Trends. This time we're talking about an annual end of the year Google Trend, just kind of seeing what the top trends were for 2022. Sarah Armstrong joining us now. And Sarah, it's always interesting to look at this because you really kind of see the newsmakers, the headlines in every category, right?
You're absolutely right. And we're looking at those searches that had the biggest increase compared to last year. So we're really honing in on what was unique about 2022. This year, the top trending search was actually Wordle, that 5-letter game that became so popular. That's followed by election results and then Betty White.
Very cool. I like that. You also have, in addition to some other categories, you have a host of categories, everything from TV shows, entertainment, headlines, people, actors, sports, that sort of thing. You also have like a category that's like all-time searchers. I was curious about that.
Yes, we love looking at those searches that hit an all-time high this year. So they've never been searched at this rate before. And it really runs the gambit there. Taylor Swift hit an all-time high last month. We see some of those more pop culture searches. We also saw searches like Can I Change hit an all-time high. That was a big theme. And everything from Can I change my hair? Can I change my job? To Can I change the world?
You know, it was interesting, Sarah, my producer, Amanda Hansen, and I were laughing that on the dating category of all-time searches, all-time highs, the top one was situationship. What does that say about us?
That made me laugh too. And those are those situations that are not quite relationships yet. You don't know how to define it. And I guess situationship is what we've all come to.
Awesome. Awesome. You know, and I'm just kind of curious, could you go back and look and just see, I would think for the majority of these searches, you go back and you look at the news cycle and then you see, you know, just kind of the Google searches headed in that similar direction. Were there some that just kind of surprised you and just kind of popped out of nowhere, like a situationship?
Right. So for the news cycle, it's usually things that are really big in the news and trending and folks are looking for it, like Ukraine, for example, was one of our big searches there. What I thought was interesting is that folks were interested in a lot more than just the war in Ukraine, which of course drove that cycle. But in terms of cuisine, Ukrainian cuisine was actually the top trending search cuisine this year. A lot of folks interested in that culture. So you get a kind of a deeper analysis into what folks are interested in there.
You know, something else that was interesting was that one of the songs, you know, you're looking at all these songs, most of them are current songs, but then you have Running Up That Hill by Kate Bush. Well, that was made very popular this year by Stranger Things, and both of them, of course, very, very much at the top in their categories.
Definitely. Stranger Things, very popular with a new season dropping again this year. And you're right, Running Up That Hill, it hit an all-time high, I think, during the month that Stranger Things was on, which was very exciting. The other movie and song list that we saw a lot of popularity around was Encanto. That reaches the top of the movie list, and it actually shows up 3 times on our top trending song list, the top trending song this year being We Don't Talk About Bruno.
Interesting. All right. So, anything else that really kind of shocked you here? I'm just looking at most things. You know, election results, Queen Elizabeth, Ukraine, Powerball numbers, that sort of thing. You know, most of those are fairly, you know, predictable, I guess. What about something that may have been a little unpredictable? More things.
Right. Something I was interested in was that side hustle hit an all-time high and work-life balance did as well. So it seems like a lot of folks are trying to have that sort of more distance relationship with work, figure out maybe hobbies to do outside of work. But then other folks are trying to layer on more work, it seems like, find that side hustle, a little extra way to make money. So both of those were at an all-time high this year.
I'm curious, like in sports, okay, so all-time high, how heavy is the Stanley Cup? Huh.
I know. I need to look more into that. Did something happen? happen with this? Did someone drop it? I don't know. But yes, that was definitely trending at an all-time high. We also saw the WNBA at an all-time high in sports as well.
Can people go for themselves and kind of see the list that we're talking about?
Definitely. You can go to yearinsearch.google/trends, and all of these lists are there. You can look at them globally for the US. It's really fun.
Awesome. Well, listen, I appreciate it, Sarah. We really appreciate the inside analysis on what we're all looking up on Google. Thanks very much.
Thank you.